I wanted to share my impressions of the new Apple Watch SE after a week of use. Yesterday I took it out for a 10-mile run, and I'd like you to join along. Let's go. This is the Apple Watch SE 44mm. We're going to start this run at a 94% battery. I'm trying to get the reflection out of the... that's just bad. Anyways, this does not have the always on screen, but that started at 10 a.m. this morning, and it is now 1 p.m. So 3 hours. I've only lost 6% battery with my current settings, and we'll go over the current settings after the run. All right, here we go. You know, as a sort of sports-specific user of smartwatches, there are some options that I definitely don't use on this watch. Things like sleep tracking. I just turn it off. Wi-Fi, I don't need it. So these are things that are available, but I just haven't needed. I don't have any need for them. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of a popular option, the sleep tracking. But the thing is, I've never done anything with that number. You know, I know I get enough sleep. Whenever I hit the bed, I'm out. So I just turned it off, but it's there. It exists. Kind of a cool side effect of having a fully featured smartwatch is that really you have more than you need all the time. So that's really neat. So it not always having an on display would, you'd think, help it save battery, but it probably doesn't. The Series 6 professes that, well, Apple professes that the Series 6 has similar battery life. And from all of the reports I've seen, it's true. In fact, since it's a more efficient processor on the 6, it actually lasts longer with that always on display. Pretty cool. But the thing is, I haven't needed it. I don't feel a particular need for it to be always on. You just kind of click your wrist and it shows you your information. You put it back down. Whenever I'm running, form is always considered. So I maybe once a mile, if that, look down at my watch every 10 minutes or so on a really tough trail anyway. So I haven't needed it. Even if I had the Series 6, I'd probably turn the always on display off. But I have had no issues. As far as pickability goes, just one time, just once during the entire week that I've been using this watch, have I went to look at the information and it just wouldn't present. So there's some fantastic news ahead. Looks like the tunnels have reopened. Last time I tried to run down here, these tunnels were completely closed off due to heaving, frost heaving, damage due to the keystones up top. Also, nice and bright down here. This display. Make sure I got a good shot of that way. Very easy to see in the dark. It's my favorite stretch of running anywhere in Pennsylvania. Right here across this bridge. Just because of the way it looks. An old railroad bridge. absolutely stunning. I love it. So that's great news. It looks like I'll still be able to attempt the 47-mile full point to point along this trail here in a month, about a month's time. The trail itself should still be in good condition. This is a very comfortable watch. I chose the hook and loop band because it is way more adjustable than the silicone bands. The shape of the watch face itself, while very different from traditional, is supremely comfortable. Apple knows what they're doing as far as comfort and quality. I've worn this thing in the shower with this band, and I wear it at work. There's a small bubble here. You'll see it. That's from a scratch guard. That's not actually part of the manufacturing in any way, shape, or form. I just put a scratch guard on there because I work with my hand. And I prefer these bands. Very nice. All I do is take some Dawn and some water, rinse it off, let it dry off on my kitchen counter after a big long run, and we're ready to go. It doesn't smell. It doesn't seem to soak up moisture. Just kind of wicks it off. It evaporates pretty fast. So I'd say that's the way to go. 10 miles, 9:11. Hit done. Right back to the front page. It's easy to use. Even it having a touchscreen was not an issue at all during the run. It's come such a long way since the first gen Apple Watch. It's ridiculous. I think that they've improved greatly. Look at the battery life now. 83%. All right, so we went through 1% of battery per mile. I think that's pretty good with GPS on. As far as my settings go, I have turned Wi-Fi off. Whoops. Bluetooth is on. Display and brightness, just about halfway. Text size, bold text. My text size I turn all the way up because I'm old. Notifications. I have always show short looks, notification privacy, and I have the watch set up so that on the left, it goes on my left wrist, and the digital crown is left so that it is in this orientation away from my hand while wearing it. Because if I find while running, if I go like this, it accidentally goes into different menus and things like that, and I'm not a fan. I haven't had any problems at all with the watch in this orientation. Nightstand mode I have turned off. Handoff I have turned off. Screenshots are off. Wake screen. Wake on wrist rise. Wake on crown up. Auto launch on apps. Wake for 15 seconds. After 2 minutes, return to clock. Background app refresh I just left on, and I deleted a couple of the apps that I don't use, like sleep tracking or cycle tracking. This particular model does not have the SpO2 sensor. It does have the Series 4 and 5. Rather, I think that's the Series 5 sensor. The Series 4 is a bit more of a, well, it looks similar. It's similar. This is like the second iteration of the heart rate monitor. No always on display. You can just switch your displays like this.
here. Lots and lots of options as far as color and complications are concerned. I find it to be just very versatile and a pleasant overall experience. I did not view the touchscreen as some sort of hindrance on this during this last week of running, as I did this watch series 3. This configuration, this touchscreen on this model here seems to be a lot better. It's like they've come a long way. So anyways, I think that if you're interested in it, you should totally pick one up. It's not super expensive. It's like $279 for the small model. This one's a 44 millimeters, so it's just a little bit smaller than this, but same battery life. You can probably achieve the same duration of use with the settings that I've laid out. So it's come a long way. I think that it's really nice. There's that bubble I was talking about when I was running. This is from the screen protector. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, keep continuing to seek peace, love, and majesty. I'm out. Peace.